Hey everyone, this is Marnie Nofi here. I am the Senior Behavior Manager with the Behavioral Sciences team. I am under a self-quarantine at the moment and working from home, and decided that this would be a great time to foster two of our behavior cats that we have at the shelter, Interval and Mott. So I wanted to show a quick demo of how to set up a room for them. These two cats are pretty fearful cats. They came in from the same household, and they're going to probably be hiding in my bedroom that I'm setting them up in for the first couple of weeks, if not longer. To make them really comfortable, I have created lots of hide spots for them. Putting hide spots under the bed, on top of my dresser, some beds in the windows, as well as having carriers for them throughout my room. They just arrived, so they have not come out of their carriers yet. I will give you a quick review of my room. So I have in the windows, I have some beds set up. I have Interval and a carrier on the floor there. I have set up an additional carrier here, and there is a nice comfy bed underneath that chair, which is hidden away with a sheet that I could easily remove to work with a cat if they're under there. And over here we have Mott. You'll notice I have other hiding spots. I've also put hiding spots up in higher places in there as well. Another thing I made sure to do was to set up two litter boxes, and I put them in slightly different areas of my room. One in this area over here and one over here. That way the cats can hopefully go to the bathroom in peace without having to run into each other if they don't want to. And I've done the same thing with water bowls. I've set up water bowls in two separate areas of the room, and hopefully in areas where they can get to it easily if they're scared of me. And I will do the same thing with their food bowls. However, I'm going to hold off on feeding these guys now, as they are on gabapentin, which is a behavior drug that helps elicit social behavior from cats. So I want to be able to give that medicine to them later, so I am holding off on feeding them now. So that's a quick, easy tip on some ways you can set up your bedroom. Another thing I will note really quick is you'll notice that there are these plastic bins in the corner here. Those are typically underneath my bed. However, when I've fostered cats before, I've learned that cats are very good at hiding behind them, on top of them, and it's easy to lose track of your cat, and it's harder to work with them if you want to try and socialize them. So a quick view of underneath my bed. I've cleaned it up quite a bit, and it's now pretty open with a nice comfy bed that I've put in an area where I can easily access a cat if they're sitting there. The cats will most likely still hide under here, but I'll at least be able to see them and work with them a lot more easily. So before I let Interval and Mott out of their carriers, I do want to do one quick sweep of my room, a visual sweep, to make sure I have put away all valuables. If cats are scared, or if cats are just being cats, they might knock things off of dressers and tables. So I'm doing a quick look through to make sure anything that is valuable or fragile, or maybe not cat safe, is put away. I've also been careful and decided to crack the windows. It's a beautiful 72 degrees outside right now, and when I have my windows cracked in my room, you can hear lots of birds chirping in the background, which is something cats might really love. I've made sure just to open up the window a couple inches, as I don't know how these cats are going to respond when they come out of the carriers. Some cats can be really scared and might try to escape. So this will reinforce their safety by only having the windows open enough where they couldn't get out, but will allow that fresh air and the beautiful bird sounds to come through. Now that I have my room set up for the cats, I'm ready to open up their carriers so they can come out at their leisure. It's really important to let the cats come out on their own and to give them some space when they first arrive. This will help make them feel more comfortable if you have a fearful cat that you're taking home. I will simply open up the carrier doors. I will leave the carriers partially covered with towels, and leave the carriers in an area where they can see parts of the room or see safe hiding spots they can go to. I am also playing nice calming cat music in the background to help them adjust, and that will also help them feel a little bit more secure in a new environment, as it might mask some sounds and noises that are new and scary to them. I'm lifting very slowly so as not to startle Interval. And I have already opened Mott's carrier, as you can see there, and the door is propped for her to come out when she pleases. And I will place this cover down on the ground and exit, leaving the music playing, and out I go. Welcome back. Half an hour has passed, and I am back in my room just doing a quick check on Interval and Mott, just to make sure they're looking okay. And unsurprisingly, at least one of them is still hiding inside their carrier. So we've got one guy down here, and you can see he's pretty nervous and shut down. And we've yet to check on Mott, and I'm going to use the phone to help me check by not putting my face in front of the carrier. It looks like she might have exited. So we've got one out. I'm just going to try and get a visual on her. My guess is she'll be under the bed. Nope. Well, not quite sure where she is, but that's okay. I will turn off this video, and as long as she is somewhere in the room, I will double check, then we are good to go. But there's nowhere else she could. Oh, I just spotted her, and it's a good thing I put some carriers up high and hide spots up high, because she's in that box there, and she looks pretty scared. So that's all I'm going to do today. Tonight they'll be allowed to settle in. In a little bit I will feed them, and I will give them their medicine, but other than that I will leave out some toys and let them be. And this evening I'm sure they'll be very active as I sleep, which shall be lots of fun, and we can talk about that tomorrow. Thanks guys, have a good night.